cross comes in now. Open goal. It's in the back of the net. The Predators with the early goal. It looks like.
The Vincy Soccer Premier League is brought to you by the SVG Football Federation.
We step onto the pitch to conquer, to ignite belief, to dominate the moment. We take control, we win, and sometimes we lose. We score, we miss, but we regain control. A free kick, a pass, an assist, and the goals follow. From penalties under pressure. Every challenge looks easy, so we repeat it. Because it's one team, driven by one dream, inside one league. Vincy Soccer Premier League.
Good night and welcome to the final game as far as the Vincy Soccer Premier League is concerned for tonight. It's a Sunday night and match number 3 featuring Awesome FC. They'll be taking on Bequia United on a night certainly where we just witnessed 1-0 victory for Besco Pashas, of course, over Camptonian Chelsea, and early on indeed a 12-1 thumping by System 3 over Avenues United. Both teams now are making their way into the middle. I'm Anthony Denny, and of course sharing the commentary with Cecil Charles. Cecil, good night.
A pleasant night to you, Eddie, and to all our viewers and listeners in the final matchup of the evening.
So both teams, as I said, making their way into the middle. Just to go through the starting lineups. First of all, Awesome FC tonight. In goal, Clinton John Kelly, Raheem Sam, Kenneth Marshall, Dominic Donnelly Jr. Smart, Giovanni Enville, Shaquem DeCall, Josh DeGrads, Sequan Millington, Kimron Davis, Yannick Kane, and O'Day Cupid, the starting 11 for Awesome.
And in for the Bequia United FC, in goal is Jonty Ford. Number 41, number 9, Captain Mark Brown. Number 3, John Miller. Number 5, Ian Sargent. Number 7, Bradley Farrell. 8, Dimitri Peniston. 11, Kamal Best. 18, Gideon Best. Number 19, Macwin Snag. Number 22, Jermaine Olivier. And number 27, Jamia Shade. But I can see quite a few new faces in the starting lineup for Bequia United. In the likes of Ian Sargent, Bradley Farrell, and Peniston. They are new in the whole starting lineup, and also I think there's someone new in goal.
Certainly, some new faces in tonight, and it would appear as if they're, I don't know if it's because of the fact that, well, I shouldn't say the fact, but if it's the whole matter of transportation, I'm just certainly not on point with regards to that. But Bequia tonight, just one player on the bench in Javel McNeil. They've been coached by Kendall Mercury. Of course, we know what he can do and what he's done for us here in St. Vincent, and the Grenadines assistant coach is Jason Waldron, physiotherapist Rex Pollard. Both teams just about to take the toss. Referee, of course, Elron Lewis has tossed the coin, and seems as if, well, we'll find out soon as to who is defending what goal.
Yes, and I'm just looking at the starting lineup for Awesome FC, and in the absence in that starting lineup is the number 11, Cameron Williams. So he's not, and he's not even in the substitute bench, so not sure if he's carrying a niggle. I think I saw him earlier today. Didn't indicate anything really wrong, but he's not in the starting lineup, so it's going to be a pretty interesting encounter. But Awesome FC, I think they have shown some improvement, and on a good day they can really be awesome.
Well, certainly, and it's good to see the return of Dominic Smart. He got an injury last game,
yes,
where he got a
somewhere around the nose, the
yes,
nasal area.
Yes, and had to, as a matter of fact, missed out in most of that game. And it's good to see him back tonight. He appears to be in pretty good condition. So Awesome, just in the middle, of course, in the orange tops with black shorts. Bequia in the distance, in the
Red
yellow
tops and yellow tops.
That's it, of course, the colors of Bequia United. And it's a night, Charlo, where the wind is definitely around. There's a little chill also in the air.
Yes, I think it's changing what we saw even on Friday night, where the wind was absent, but today it has picked up, and not only it picked up, but we have also had some showers,
which was most welcome, of course, on this particular day. Maybe it's because of the fact it's Mother's Day. Some blessings for all the mothers across St. Vincent and the Grenadines.
And you just indicated, I don't think it's too late for those mothers who are viewing for us to take the opportunity to wish all mothers a happy Mother's Day, and God's richest blessings upon them.
So we're just awaiting the start of this one here tonight. Final game of the night, indeed. Both teams, certainly even more Bequia, will definitely be looking for some points. Of course, as a matter of fact, the maximum 3 points, very much important to both teams, Charles.
But definitely. And I think Awesome also missed the absence of Fernandez, who is also one of their stalwarts in the defense. He complements Smart. Smart is certainly the warrior for Awesome.
Well, ball is with Smart. And, well, that was not so smart by goalkeeper Ford. Sorry, not Ford. Kelly of Awesome. Had plenty of options and certainly could have done much better. Throw and taken nonetheless. Bequia on the attack. And here's Mark Brown. And attempt foiled. And Awesome will try to come away on the right side. Enville is after it. But that's going to go out of touch. And Ian Sargent, wearing the number 5 shirt for Bequia, to take that throw and finds Kamal Bess. Launches one downfield on the left side. But they're just 2 orange shirts. And not so much good work defensively there for Awesome. Here's Mark Brown, but his first touch was not the best. And a lot will depend on Mark Brown tonight, Charles.
Yes, he has not been at his best.
Certainly, his last couple of games really and truly left a lot to be desired. We know he's a quality player. We know certainly he's that marksman for Bequia. And they depend a lot on him. Ball now on the right side with Awesome FC. Looks like the Grads is going to take this free kick. and just knocks it short. Gets the return ball. So just into the second minute as Awesome looking to build. Ball now in the middle of the park. Finds play there and, well, gives it up. That's Davis who lost possession. And ball is out of touch. It's going to be a throw-in for Awesome.
Yes, I think Sargent, looking to avert the danger, just decided to put it into touch.
Here is the call. Losing possession. But Smart has it covered. And it's interesting to see Smart in defense tonight as he volleys that one upfield. Searching ball there, looking for Yannick Kane. Kane ruled to have fouled in the process. And
I think he bundled the player off the ball.
So, free kick to be retaken. Bequia United. Of course, they produced some good players in the past, as in Vincent and the Grenadines. As Best now, Kamal Best boots this one upfield, searching ball. And defense for Awesome is there first. Ball into the middle now. And Smart nonetheless knocks it upfield. Enville is off. But getting there first was Sargent. And Sargent with possession on the left side. Floats it further forward. Looking there now for player the number 22 on his
John
back.
Olivier.
That's Olivier. A bit of a battle for possession now. Mark Brown is there, and this might very well go out of touch. No. As a matter of fact, it's a free kick in favor of Bequia FC.
And Kamal Best, you could see him already lining himself up to take that free kick.
So, tall, towering figure he is, Kamal Best.
What is he going to do? Would he attack the goal?
Well, there are quite a number of yellow shirts at the top of the 18-yard box. There's Peniston to his right, who now being marked. Let's see what Best does. Yes, he drills this down and over the crossbar. Whistle went nonetheless.
A little too much height on that.
Yes. Not bad intention there from Kamal Best. Had the pace, but it was just a little too elevated. And goal kick resulting in favor of Awesome FC. Josh DeGrads it is with ball, just running it back there to his custodian in John T. Ford. I keep mixing my keepers up. It's actually Kelly. So, Kelly. Downfield, missed there by the Bequia player.
Peniston.
And it's out of touch for a throw-in to Awesome. So, play over there is Cameron Davis with that number 23, Davis.
Yes, Davis.
Looking there for, looks like Marshall. And Marshall in a tussle for possession. Ball is out of touch. And yet another throw-in for Awesome FC. Davis still with it. Knocks into the path of Josh DeGrads. DeGrads into the middle, but it's cut out there by Kamal Best. Whistle going. Infringement called against the Bequia team. And Awesome FC quite naturally with a free kick.
Looking on the player on that far right for Awesome FC, it looks like the diminutive Yannick Kane carrying the number 28.
So this is Davis now taking the free kick, and it's not the best of free kicks there. Certainly could have done a lot better, Davis. Ball out to Smart. Dominic Smart to the left.
Nice
Looks
ball.
for the call. The call with some space. Gets past one. Gets the cross in. And that one struck the defender there for Bequia in the middle. But whistle going now as referee Lewis pulling things up because the cross there from the call caught
somewhere in the midsection, the
yes,
very sensitive area.
not on the screen, but Still very much on the turf. And
I think like Kamal
slowly-
Best,
it's
not,
Kamal
not
Best,
the
it
area
is.
where not where you want to be hit.
maybe possibly in the groin, it looks like.
Yes, he's still clutching that area.
So, yes. It's not a comfortable area for any
Very,
male, I can say to you.
very painful area.
Shallow.
I've been struck there quite a few occasions when I played cricket.
We all have been. it's not a pleasant feeling at all.
Not at all.
So Bess is down as the physio comes in for Bequia United. That's Rex Pollard. And being helped up by referee Lewis. He's going to make his way off to get that attention that is so very much needed. And referee Lewis certainly wants to get this game resumed ASAP. So it's going to be a bounce ball quite naturally for Bequia. So windy conditions as this one is floated forward, and there's Dominic Smart just knocking it back upfield. And Awesome FC now coming forward, and whistle going
I think
offside.
Enfield is caught in an offside.
Yes. Here's Brown. Mark Brown with it. This could be danger. And it's just wide. Came off of the defender. As a matter of fact, so it was good work in the end there by goalkeeper Kelly. Ball took a deflection.
And also took the pace off.
Certainly. Throw in there by Bequia, but cut out by, looks like Enville. And, well, goal kick is the result there. But lucky moments there for Awesome FC as this one is now booted downfield. Couldn't keep it in, and it's out of touch for a throw-in. Bequia United now with Gideon Best, floats it forward. Was trying to find shade, but here is Oliver. Cross comes in now, shade is there. Can't get a boot onto it. Let's see if he can keep it in. No, too much on it. And throwing, of course, to Awesome FC. Shaquem the call is going to take it. Drops it there for Smart. Well, blows up time and space. Smart. Boots it way upfield. Searching ball, looking there for Enville. And defender got his head onto it, but it's been knocked back there to goalkeeper Ford, who could have done a little better, but in the end, still Bequia's ball. Giving it up now, and Josh DeGrads, it looks like, into the middle now there to Enville, and well, there's no green shirt there. That's actually Millington, Sequan Millington. Certainly a player from Sign Hill, would have played for Sign Hill. But here is Oliver, couldn't control that one for Bequia, and it's out of touch for yet another throw-in. So, Charlie, both teams still trying to find their footing here tonight.
Well, most definitely.
Josh DeGrads in a battle for possession there on the far side, and ball ricochets into his path. And it's knocked back to what looks like
Yannick Kane.
Kane, the diminutive Kane. And whistle going.
As the grudge goes down.
Yeah. Looks as if it's not best, but all those tall, quite a number of tall players in this Bequia squad. It's actually Peniston, the guilty player. And the free kick now to Awesome, to be taken by Millington. Floats it upfield now. And Enville came forward trying to get possession. Lost it, and the Bequia player slipping in the process. Out of touch. And throw, of course, there to Awesome. Ball along the right side now. And a good defensive work there.
It's going to be a corner.
Yes, First corner kick, I believe, for Awesome.
And for the game.
Certainly. As going across there is Cameron Davis, it is, to take this first corner kick of the night for this game. Floated in.
Nice ball.
Heads up. Smart gets ahead onto it. Danger still not yet averted. And knocked away in the end. Here comes, well, for a moment I thought Kamal Best was going to come away with it, but Smart robbed him of it. And ball now back on the left side with Smart. Top of the 18, there's Millington. And Peniston battling for possession. Mark Brown picks it up and floats it forward. Shade has some real estate, but he's not going to get there before goalkeeper Kelly. Doing some fine work there. Came off the line very quickly indeed.
Yeah, very decisive action on the part of Kelly. And booted into touch for a throw-in for Bequia United.
Here's Peniston for Bequia. Finds his captain Mark Brown, but he can only find Smart. Into the middle now. Millington.
Davis.
It's actually Davis. Back there to Josh DeGrads. Floats it on the right side. And the attempt there by Marshall not the best. Out of touch. And the goal kick will result. So it's still 0-0 in this the 13th minute. As goalkeeper for Bequia, Jonte Ford, leaves it and it's now booted upfield. Smart is there, but he gives it up. And here's Shade. Short player with a good burst onto the head of Oliver. But there's Kane just knocking it forward for Awesome. Marshall, I believe, the player picking it up. Gets the return ball. Nice bit of football. Cross comes in now, but it's too close there to the keeper. Had some work to do. There's an appeal.
Ref says to get up.
Yeah. Wishful thinking on the part of Enville. And it's going to be a goal kick. Jonte Ford. As ball now on the left side. Mark Brown collects it. Looking there for Shade or Oliver. Missed by Shade. Missed by the Awesome defender. And it's going to be a throw-in nonetheless. It looks as if it's going to be in favor of Awesome. It is?
Yes, it is. And the call is right there.
Yes. So the call finds Millington. Returns quickly indeed. Ball on the left side there now to Cupid. But this is easy there for goalkeeper
Ford.
And he bowls it out. Again, you notice they're doing a lot through, of course, the marksman and Mark Brown. But here is Bequia on the left side. And good work by Keane, the diminutive defender. Gets the return ball. Knocks it further forward, but it's out of touch.
I think Marshall unable to rein it in.
Certainly. So throw now to Bequia. And Brown, he's closely marked here tonight. And, well, quickly taking a free kick, but referee Lewis is going to call it back. Have none of it, much to the disappointment of Brown. Quite vocal. And Beck will probably just have an opportunity to settle and take this. They wanted to catch Awesome off guard, so to speak. And the player to take this free kick looks like not Millington, but
it's been pushed back.
Yeah, Snag is it Snag? No, it's not Snag.
Hey, I think he's going to leave it for Kamal Best.
Certainly. So you look to get this one as far as possible in the 18-yard box, probably close to the top of the 6-yard box. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now 6 yellow shirts at the top of the 18-yard box. As Kamal Best just closely observing and waiting for the whistle to indicate it's time to take this kick. Floats it in and nodded forward. I believe that's going to be a corner kick, Charlie.
Yes, it is. And off the head of Smart, it went into touch. So it's going to be a corner for Bequia. I think their first corner. And You can see the number of yellow shirts now coming back into the 18-yard box. So Kelly, corner comes in, swirling ball, up goes the head off the grads. Millington is looking to get there, so too is Mark Brown. Mark Brown is in control, but Millington not allowing him to come forward. And now Smart clears the danger. Looks for Enville. Enville has one. Let's see. But he has about 3 yellow shirts to contend with. But he's been robbed of it, and Bequia will counter. It's the number 3 in Miller. Comes downfield, goes down the flag. It's going into touch. It's going to be a throw-in for Awesome FC. Still a 0-0 affair here between Bequia United and Awesome FC. Earlier in the first 2 games, we had System 3 continuing their winning ways, had a thumping, a mauling of Avenues United, 12 goals to 1. And the Besco Pastures having a 1-0 win over Camden Chelsea. So it's still inside the Bequia's half, and it goes into touch. It's going to be a corner for Awesome FC. You can see referee quickly indicating the corner. So let's see. It looks like Kimran Davis, the number 23, to take that corner. I think the second corner for Awesome FC from the same area, and he has been the one to take that corner. And let's see, he floats it in. Up goes the header, headed away there by Bequia. Millington is there looking to control, losing it, and Bequia now look on a counter. Pumps
Offside.
it downfield, but the offside. Jamal Olivier is found in an offside position. He was looking to look to motor into that down the center, but he was in an offside position. So it's a free kick for Awesome. Smart goes wide, looking for some support, but there is Ford coming off his line and collects easily. It's going to be a goal kick for Bequia United, not having the best of the games in the last few matches, really. And it's Jamal Olivier, but the long legs of Jad Degrads got there and rubbed it. Back to Degrads. Infringement called there against Awesome, so it's going to be a free kick for Bequia United inside the Awesome's half. And let's see.
Well, Bequia's been having a fair amount of dead ball situations.
Yes.
Let's see if this one is going to work for them.
So in comes a long ball and into the waiting hands of Kelly. Kelly clutches that easily and rolls it out to Millington. Sikwan Millington. Zeddy Millington, he's called. He's still with it. He dances around 2. Now he goes to his left, finds Ode Cupid. Cupid looks to give it back to Millington, but finds Degrads. The Enville with a shot. And he goes wide. And not with any velocity on it. But I think he should have controlled a bit more.
Well, yes, he rushed the shot, and in doing so, certainly wasn't, too composed, and we saw what happened in the end there. And this seems to be a disease with a lot of strikers here in St. Vincent and the Grenadines, especially in the Premiership. Unfortunate, Charles.
Very much unfortunately. So it's still 0-0, and Ford. The play being held up a bit because there's a player down. Is it Smart? It looks like Smart being in a sitting position.
Yes.
He has really taken a few knocks, and he was off for a considerable amount of time in the last game. We can see the stretcher going out, so perhaps he might be stretchered off, not sure.
Well, let's hope that it's nothing too overly serious.
Well, he had an injury in the early part of the season, and he missed a few games. I think it was a groin injury or an ankle injury. I think it was his ankle. And he came back, and then he took a few knocks. We know that he went off in the last game. Take some injury around the nasal area, and really missed the greater part of that game. And now he is down. Not what Awesome would like because he has really been very good in the defense for Awesome FC. And with the absence of Fernandez as well, I think that could put some pressure on Awesome in the defense.
Certainly, and he's been that team player. He gives it. He's that player that gives you 100. There's no question as far as that is concerned. And if it's a situation that he has to leave the field at this point in time, it's certainly going to be a major blow to Awesome.
Yes, it seems as if it's around the right ankle area again. And one knows that I think that's the same ankle that he was injured. This time he's going to be stretchered off, and I don't think this is good for Awesome.
Well, second consecutive game that Smart has to leave the field early, and this one looks as if it might very well be curtains for him. Of course, it's a situation, well, they do have a fair amount of reserves in place, not like in the case of Bequia, where there's just one substitute on the bench, but a good player indeed, Smart, and he's really and truly over the years and thus far for this season has put his heart and soul into the game for Awesome, and you can see him just repeatedly
beating the turf. I think that indicates the seriousness of it.
Well, still 0-0 in this the 23rd minute, and Dominic Smart to be stretched off. We see it's good to see the fact that Coach Murphy coming in to give some assistance. Maybe it's the magic spray or something of that nature, as we're still awaiting to see what is going to transpire. They're still doing some work on him, but he doesn't look comfortable at all. Doesn't look comfortable.
Really doesn't look comfortable. I think, is it a strapping? Is just trying to put some strapping on that right ankle?
Yes, it is. So let's hope it's no fracture or anything of that nature. But Smart he's in some pain. There's no question about it.
There's a lot of discomfort from what we are seeing, even from a distance.
So just making sure that that right leg is well strapped. Of course, they say to you from a medical standpoint that you make sure that if there's any question with regards to a fracture or anything of that nature, that you properly strap the area before moving. And I guess that is what took place there, Charlo.
Certainly a good first aid, and he's now been stretchered off, and after a few minutes of delay, play will continue, but really not what Awesome wanted, and I'm sure Smart himself will be distraught.
Very much so, very much so. Well, we look forward to see, well, he's actually been taken away from the playing area, not on your screen.
Well, in fact, we have seen, I think they are going to make their way perhaps to seek further medical attention, because I can see the transport in Bergen just putting things in place for him. So that looks like they are going to the hospital.
Quite unfortunate. In the meantime, it looks as if it's going to be, I'm seeing a number 13 in Olisi Odone to come in.
Yeah, he has replaced Smart.
Here is
Snag. So Snag, I think that went into touch. Snag still was looking to steal that. Rather belatedly, the flag came up to indicate. So it's going to be a throw-in. So off goes Smart, the number 7. He's been substituted, and on would come Yobodani in his place. So it's going to be a throw-in. Decall finds Millington. Millington in front of us goes back in defense. Now back to Decall. Decall chips it to the center, but McQueen Snag is there. But good work by Awesome, and I think a little too much on that. It's going to be a throw-in for for Awesome, but Ode Cupid was looking to get in there, but he had Kamal Best to contend with, and it was knocked into touch.
Well, it seems as if Josh DeGratz has taken up that fullback position. Udane is more a midfield player. And
So they call with a throw in, finds Cupid, back to the call, cross comes in, Kamal Best is there, but shot from Millington, a wild kick taken, and that went wide and off the uprights. It's going to be a goal kick for Bequia United, and they would now come away with it. It's still with Bequia, finds his number 8 in Penniston, goes back in defense, looking back for Penniston, but it comes back to Kane for Awesome. Awesome Enville with a cross comes in. Ode Cupid is there, it over the head, and it's now being booted downfield. They call with control for Awesome, and off the Bequia United player, shade, and he goes into touch. It's going to be a throw-in for Awesome FC. It's still 0-0 in this encounter. They call. Long ball, looking for Millington. Not good work. Being knocked away. It's a header. And there is McQuinsnack being knocked off it by Millington. So a free kick to Bequia United. Kamal Best looking to line it up. Just getting clearance. Referee says to play on. So it goes down the center with a shot. And Kelly has absolutely no difficulty in picking that up. And he holds on to it a bit longer. Now he boots it downfield, looking for some support. Yodane on it on that far side. It's been shadowed into touch, so it's going to be a throw-in for Awesome. And he's going to leave it for Yannick Kane. Yannick Kane, the number 28, comes back to Kimran Davis, who's been robbed of it. And it's now with Mark Brong for Bequia. Brong has Kane to contend with. And this time it's still Bequia looking to come forward. But Kane intercepts. And it's Awesome. Finding Enville. Enville still holds on. Looking to find the number 13, Yodane. It goes into touch. It's going to be another throw-in for Awesome. Looking to put the pressure on Bequia United. And the action taking place in Bequia's half. So on the right side, let's see. We can see Kane jogging into position. He's going to take that throw in, as we can see about 4 of 4 orange tops. Awesome FC.
That's correct.
So it's still Awesome. Gets a wrong one. Cross comes in. And it's cleared, but good work by. It's still inside their half. Penniston dances a wrong. He has a tussle, but Penniston will come away with it. Referee says to play on. Player went down, and here is Marshall looking to marshal his way through the defense there for Bequia United, but he been robbed of it. And the whistle going as a player is down. He's holding on to his left shin and perhaps taking a nip in that area.
It's John Miller, the player who's down. Physio
So
comes in.
Physio comes out. Kamal Best looks to refresh himself, trying to keep himself hydrated. So John Miller, the number 3. Now he limps his way to the sideline. So play will continue in just a minute, in a few seconds, and referee Elwan Lewis is going to have a bounce ball. And still with Bequia. He pumps it downfield, looking for some support as Macquin snag on that far side. He goes into touch. It's against Awesome FC. It's going to be a throw-in for Bequia. Long ball, quickly taken. Kane intercepts. Again, it goes into touch. And it's going to be, let's see.
It looks as if it's Kane. Is it Kane who's on the turf there?
Yeah, Kane is on the turf. Not sure what transpired. And I know he perhaps bumped into the defender there. He's up. And it's going to be a free kick for Awesome. Kelly pumps it downfield, looking for some support on that far left. It is still. It finds Enville. Enville looks to come across field. And Cameron Davis was looking to closing there. And cleared in defense by Bequia. Kamal Best, the long legs of the number 11, Kamal Best. It goes into touch. So it's going to be a throw-in for Awesome FC, rather close to the corner flag. And we can see a number of orange tops coming back into the penalty area. So, short, finds Ode Cupid. Cupid gets a wrong one, looks for Millington, but loses it. And Bequia would now look to come away. Shade gives it nice ball to Jamal Olivier. There's a screen. The cross comes in, looking for Macquin Snags, who find the back of the net.
Lovely goal.
And good work. And good work by Bequia United. It was Shade. Pick it up. And a good cross to Snag. Beating Kelly, who was looking to close the angle. He had to dive to his left. Couldn't get a hand on. And Bequia has taken the lead in the 34th minute.
So, goal there for Bequia off the boot of Snag, but it's well done. Came up the right side, of course. Player with a lot of space, and he dropped it into the middle. And the unmarked Snag making use of things and knocking it past goalkeeper Kelly. So it's 1-0 in favor of Bequia FC. And Awesome will now look to get things restarted.
Well, they're behind. So kickoff taken. It's Millington. Again, back to Millington. Millington looking for some support. Has too much on it, and goalkeeper Ford coming off his line had no difficulty collecting. And here we have Gideon Bess. Goes downfield, looking for Jamal Olivier with a shot. And not anyone to run on to. It goes into touch. It's going to be a goal kick. And you can see Mark Brown applauding Olivier there for the effort. But the forwards for Bequia United were not in that position. So he's pumped downfield. Ode Cupid has Gideon Best to contend with. Best lays it off. Finds Jamal Olivier. But it's being cut out there by Decall. And it's Millington with Cupid. Cupid looks up, looking for some support. Comes back to his left, goes back to the center. And with a shot, Millington blocked by the defense. He's still there, but it's been cleared. And it's down the center. And Tigratz heads it back to goalkeeper Kelly. Kelly, who controls. So it's Bequia 1, Awesome FC 0. Rolls it back out to Tigratz. Looking to get things moving. And that one goes into touch. It's going to be a throw-in for Bequia United. I'm not sure what Tigratz was doing there or what he wanted to do. So it comes right back. He's in defense. Kamal Bess. Now he pumps it long ball downfield. Tigratz heads it back up. He wanted to find a Bequia United player. But it's been cut out by Kane. And so, Awesome. Still Mark Brown has a defender to contend with. He's been robbed of it. Enville has a long run. Can he get around Kamal Best? No. Best will look to come away with it. He comes down the flank. It goes into touch, and it's going to be a throw-in for Bequia United. Referee Elwan Lewis says goes back. He's looking to steal a few meters there, Eddie, as he comes across. Long ball. But Digrad cuts it out. Gives it to Kane. Kane back to Digrads. Digrads looking for...
That's quite unfortunate on the part of, looks like Enville. The bounce wasn't so good for him.
Yes, this off the boot. I think he was struck in somewhere in the face.
Yes.
So he's still down. And some attention being sought. So play being held up. It's still Bequia United 1, Awesome 0. Referee Elwan Lewis is right on spot. Enville wakes his way to the sideline.
Well, it appears to be okay, so he'll be back in very, very soon. Bounce ball it is.
For Bequia. So quickly take on Yannick Kane, just watching it and shadows it. It goes into touch, so it's going to be a throw-in for Awesome FC. They're thrown in. Quickly take and goes back to Digrads. So in the absence of Smart in defense, Digrad has gone right back in defense for Awesome. That one goes into touch. It's going to be a throw-in for Bequia United. And it's Digrads who looks to come forward off the head there of the Bequia player. Yowadane has Kamal Best. Best long ball downfield. Nice header there for by Kane. Gives it to Davis. Davis finds Enville. It's been knocked into touch. And it's going to be a throw-in for Awesome. So it's been left to Kane. Quickly take and finds Marshall. Marshall back to Kane. Kane still with it. Cross comes in, but a little too much on it. Goalkeeper Ford has no difficulty coming off his line and collects. And now he boots it long ball downfield. Digrads has a Mark Brown to contend with.
Bit of pulling the shirt, tugging. Brown is complaining, but I don't think the referee saw it.
Well, referee Elwan Lewis is got to play on. This one goes into touch. It's going to be a throw-in for Awesome FC. But it's all part and parcel of the game, Eddie.
Certainly.
You do get that. And it's going to be Digrads for that free kick. So Digrads comes to his right. Decall now will come down the left flank, look to split the center. Boots it downfield, only to find Marshall. The whistle going against Awesome FC. So it's going to be a free kick. Best. The referee says to go back. Again, so often he tried to steal a few meters. So Kamal Best now leaves it for the number 3 in Miller. Miller goes downfield, but Decall heads it away. Davis with a shot, and into touch it goes for a throw-in for Awesome FC. Long ball looking for Davis. Davis controls and he goes into touch. It's against Awesome. It's going to be a throw-in for Bequia United. Shade hits it. Millington controls, chest it down with a shot, and just wide off the upright.
Well,
looking to test the goalkeeper, who has a little bit off his line.
Well, he had Iwadane on the right side. He was probably some 40 yards out there about. And Zeddy Millington opting to take the shot, but I think he should have probably used that option to his right.
Picked up. It should have been laying it off for Iwadane. And so it's still Kamal Best on that far side. Enville is with him. It goes into touch. And a throw in for Bequia United. Kamal Best quickly taken. Comes back to Peniston. Peniston. It's Bequia still with it. Bequia looking to come forward. Pumps it downfield. Looking for Mark Brown. And the offside flag is up.
Bronx stays down. Had a missed kick and
Yes.
probably out of shame or some slight injury, he remains down. But
Well, perhaps disappointed that he didn't do a lot better than that. So
still down, as a matter of fact.
VSPL Elvan Lewis holds play up. And so he's still down. And the referee, Pollard, comes out.
One thing about this Bequia team, they're a fast-paced team. They're attacking the ball. They're moving very, very, very quickly indeed. And that seems to be creating quite a lot of problem for Awesome FC, especially when they come through the middle. On the wings, they're doing fantastic work. We saw with that goal, of course, ball taken on the right side here, and he whipped it in, finding the goal scorer. And, with a top-notch effort, of course, to give Bequia this 1-0 lead. But the pace thus far, giving them the advantage over Awesome. So, Brown,
So
limping off.
He's back on his feet. So Kelly decides he's going to take that free kick. Clinton Kelly, long ball downfield, looking for some support on that far right. As Enville, he's been brought down. Referee says play on, referee says to get up.
Look at the pace now, just look at it.
And Bequia in a counter. Kamal Bess, the long legs of Kamal Bess, lays it off. And he spins, looking for Shade. Shade gets a nice ball. But
First to the ball, you see that?
still with Peniston. And DeGrads clears it onto the chest of Davis. Davis flicks it on, but only to find Kamal Bess. No direction whatsoever. And it's now with Davis. Davis looks to come wide, but again cut out there by Gideon Bess for Bequia. Bequia now looking to put the pressure. And DeGrads clears the danger, looking for Millington. Millington looking to control, looking for a nice ball for Cupid. But Ford comes off his line.
Muffed
and
it.
Cupid with a shot.
He's offside.
And the offside flag is up.
But goalkeeper
I
Ford.
thought, yes. But I thought the assistant referee was late. I was looking at it before he really got into that position, because I really felt that he was in an offside position. You can see him there with his hands on his hip, perhaps asking some question, and Ford gets a yellow card. So let's see, so there's some infringement. Just I think he fouled Cupid just outside that 18-yard box.
18-yard box.
And we can see the call just indicating the spot. Referee Elwan Lewis is there. So can Awesome from this free kick equalize? It would be an interesting encounter.
Well, Marshall is there, the Grads is there, the call is there, and so too is Eddie Millington. So let's see what they're going to make of this one. Lewis making sure that the 10-yard line is in place.
So it looks the Grads. Eddie Millington now is spotting it over. So who's going to take it? There's the number 19 in Millington, the number 18 in Josh DeGrads. As they're counting 18 and 19. So there's a 3-man wall. And can we see a free kick like that of Marcus Rashford for Barcelona? So it's up to Millington. And Millington with a shot.
Rushed.
And a team shot.
Rushed. Definitely rushed.
Team shot into the waiting hands of Ford, who had no difficulty whatsoever. So Sargent with a shot. But DeGrads has already gotten back in defense. It's still DeGrads. DeGrads comes back. And back to McQueen Snag. Snag with a shot. DeGrads is there with Sargent. And Millington looking for some support. Ode Cupid couldn't pull it in. And it goes into touch. It's going to be a throw-in for Bequia. Certainly missed if there was any added time. And it's Enville. Still Enville. He looks up. Now he looks to a long ball downfield. Kamal Bess is there. Takes it on his chest. Yuadane still with him, but he lays it off. And it's still, but it's Yuadane to Enville. Enville looking for some support. Looks to get around one. The cross comes in, but good work by Ford, covering the angle well and clutching that. So danger averted. It's still Bequia United 1. Awesome 0. Lays it off. Finds Millington. Millington was looking for Cupid, who was beaten, was a little off in terms of his own direction. And this time it goes into touch. And it's going to be a throw-in for Awesome. The call quickly taken through. Zeddy Millington couldn't control. It goes into touch. It's going to be a throw-in for Bequia. Shade takes it. Gives it to McQueen Snag. And Kelly comes off his line. Controls well. Gives it to DeCall. DeCall boots it downfield. And it's Gideon Best with a shot. And it's high, wide, wayward.
Well,
And
it was a situation where goalkeeper Kelly was off his line, and the intention there from Best was to try and lob it over him, but was never in control, so it went wide and high, out of touch.
so Kelly lays it off to DeGrads. DeGrads looks up. He looks for Millington. He does so, headed away there. Ode Cupid has some contention with Gideon Best. It's been knocked into touch. It's going to be a throw-in for Awesome FC. Deep, about halfway inside the Bequia half. And we can see the number 12 in Shaquem DeCall. Jogging his way to take that throw-in, and one would anticipate any minute now that the whistle would go. And it's off the Gideon Best once again, so it's a throw-in for the call. Would he look to get into the 18-yard box? And foul throw. Referee Ellen Lewis says it's against you. It's going to be a throw-in for Bequia United. So they go back in defense. And that's it. That's the whistle. So at the end of the first half, it's Bequia United leading this encounter 1-0. Eddie, and really, I would say an even game, but
it's an even game, but it's
that goal.
But it's a deserving lead for Bequia United. They've worked hard tonight. As I mentioned earlier on, their pace is what has outdone the defense of this awesome team. Both teams certainly have come to the party, so to speak, but Bequia given the edge, and kudos to them thus far. The next 45 minutes to come, and there's going to be quite naturally a lot to say on the bench here before we get into that 45 minutes. We'll take a break and we come right back, of course, when they're ready for us. Well, we're back with you here tonight to witness the final 45 minutes of football here at the Brighton Technical Centre. After the first 45 in this tonight, Kappa, awesome. They're down by a goal to nil. Goal coming off the boot of McQueen Snag of Bequia FC in the 34th minute. And both teams just about making their way back into the middle. It doesn't appear as if there's any substitution at this point in time. And Bequia United quite naturally looking to maintain their ascendancy. Meantime, awesome, knowing the importance of gaining some points. They're somewhere in the mid-table of the Vincy Soccer Premier League. We'll be looking to pull one back and even possibly go ahead and take the full 3 points here tonight. But that's all left to be seen. We've got another 45 more minutes to go. And it's really and truly a cool, breezy night here at Brighton, Charlo.
Certainly pretty cool conditions, and some welcome rain earlier on, keeping things very cool, and with the breeze picked up, and so awesome. Will have the breeze on their back, so can they maximize that?
Well, Cameron Davis is in the middle, just awaiting a whistle there from referee Ron Lewis. And there we have it. Kick-off of this, the second half. It's with Iwodani. This time as ball knocked forward into Enville. This could be a little anxious. He goes to the turf, whistle going, pointing to the penalty spot.
Very
and
early,
it's an early opportunity.
Minute.
Let's look at it again. True ball there by Iwodani, finding Enville. And in the process, fouled, pushed to the ground there by Farrell.
Yeah, Bradley Farrell.
And immediately, referee Lewis points to the penalty spot. And Mark Brown just goes up and having a word with his goalkeeper Ford, who has his hands on his head. That's a sign of resignation. I don't know why he has his hands on his head, but let's see who's going to take it. It looks as if it's going to be Zeddy Millington.
I must admit that if I'm the coach, I would not be allowing Zeddy Millington to take that shot.
Well, it looks as if Zeddy Millington, Saquon Zeddy Millington, lines up behind it and slots it to his left, and that's the equalizer. So awesome. Very early in this, the second half, from the penalty spot. Calm looking Saquon Zeddy Millington going to the left there and beating Ford into the far bottom left-hand corner. It's 1-1.
Well, Ford read it right, but I think it was a little too much on it for him. And he couldn't stretch like the rubber man and to get his hand onto that.
Well, to our production team, the timer seems to be stuck. Needs to sort it out, as we certainly have the kickoff yet again. It's going to be Mark Brown of... Mark Brown with possession now for Bequia. Ball, well, he gives it up there to DeCall. Finds Millington, the goal scorer. Scoring the equalizer for Bequia. For Awesome, that is. Ball on the left side. And still with Awesome FC. In the end, it's knocked away there by Kamal Bess. So, not the kind of start that Bequia would have wanted in this the second half. Had a very good first half. And had a good quality goal off the boot of McQueen Snag in the 34th minute. But let's see what happens with this one. Cut out there by Josh DeGrasse.
Saying Zeddy Millington put me to shame.
Well, these things do happen.
I have not been impressed in terms of a number of his free kicks in pass.
Well, this one is out of touch, and it looks as if it's going to be a first corner kick for Bequia in the second half. Interesting to see who's going to take it. Might very well be Dimitri Peniston. So Peniston spotting it, and some 5 yellow shirts in that penalty area there. The Awesome FC team and back in the box, and that was not the best of corner kicks. It's out to, looks like, is that Keane?
It looks like Ode Cupid on that far side.
So ball out of touch, and Awesome with a throw in. The call it is, wearing that number 12 shirt, finds Marshall. Back to the call, closely marked, and they're still hanging on to it. The call now switching to the right side. final looks like Keane.
Yannick Keane.
And here's Enville now with some space. Enville. But Indian ever present Kamal Best. Ball is off the boot of Enville as he comes right into commentary position.
And a good pass by you. I think you may be one of the substitutes for, should I say, awesome?
Here is the try taking this off the head of an awesome player.
Let's say Yannick Keane.
Ball back into the middle, and Brown now will pick it up. Nice through ball looking there for Oliver, but goalkeeper Kelly there to avert any danger, and I believe Josh de Grads had it covered.
Yeah, Kelly read it well, and Josh de Grads using his body and shielding it as well.
So it's going to be a free kick whistle going there by referee Lewis, and it's going to be in favor of Awesome Millington.
Well, he's really looking to take the lead, and it's good. He has the experience, and I know he's a much better player than some of the what we have seen in some of the games, but certainly he has the potential to do some damage.
There's Bradley Farrell. The ball comes back there now to snag the goal scorer.
Oh, wonderful ball.
Good ball there now, Marshall, but Snag coming back and doing some good defensive work. And that's how you ought to support your team. Snaggy was very quick back in defense, knocking it away. Trade nonetheless to Awesome FC.
It was a good back heel by Enville, and Marshall was lashing onto that. And Macquin Snag coming to the rescue.
So it's going to be a try to be taken by Keane, Yannick Keane. Being asked by referee Lewis to ensure that that throw is taken from its right position. Finds Millington. Closely marked is Millington. Back to Keane, but it's cut out there by Snag, and he's fouled. So the wind is certainly picking up here at the Brighton Technical Centre. Long searching ball along the left side, looking there for Bradley Farrell, but he can get there. A little too much on it.
Certainly, and he goes into touch.
Well, wasn't a bad idea. Certainly there from, looks like Sargent, but throw is taken. Josh de Grads now with possession. And going back to his keeper, Kelly. Kelly to his left. And finds what looks like the call. Long searching ball looking for Urodane. But Best gets the first. As a matter of fact, the flag is up, signaling that he's offside. And free kick quite naturally to Bequia. 1-1 in this the 52nd minute. And free kick now taken there by Miller. John Miller drives it upfield, but it's cut out by the defense for Awesome. Ball back into the middle. Nice ball, Enville. Now with some space. Gets around the defender. Took the shot, and it ricocheted off the boot of Kamal Best.
Good defensive work by Kamal Best. Coming to the rescue there for Bequia United. The goalkeeper Ford would have had some work to do.
Certainly, and Enville was moving with some pace there. Got past what looked like Farrell, or Sargent it was. Yes, it was Sargent. But Kamal Best said, no, you stop right here. And in the end, corner kick resulting. Awesome. This is the 53rd minute. Corner kick to be taken by Kimron Davis. Davis floated just on the penalty. Was at the top of the 6-yard, as I'd say. And player there a little disappointed with himself. Should have done better, my humble opinion.
It was Urodane.
Yes. Ball is up. That's not good. And in the end, making sure he got a boot in there. What looks like it was Oliver, but here comes Sargent drilling it upfield, searching ball, and he's offside.
He's way offside.
So immediate free kick there to Awesome, and referee now have to deal with the situation where there's a player who's down for Awesome. So he's now going across to get some attention, not being picked up by our camera. But player for Awesome FC is down and kneeling. Seems to be in some pain as the physio comes in. And he's been there for a while. As to who the player is, not quite sure. I'm wondering if is it the Grads?
No.
It's not the Grads.
Is still here with hands on hips. And
been pulled up, been helped up.
I think he took a knock somewhere in the midsection.
Yes. So, players off to get some attention. And we're just awaiting the restart of this one. Still 1-1 as Kelly drills it down the middle. And missed by the defense. And comedy of errors there on the part of Bequia. But luckily the defense got it away, out of touch. And some anxious moments there for this Bequia FC team.
Yes.
Seems to be a little rattled since that equalizer. But here's Awesome. Robbed of it. A bit of a mix-up there, but Josh de Grads with possession is challenged by Oliver. And going to the turf, out of touch. I believe it's a throw-in for Awesome. Well, it's actually for Bequia, and the whistle going. Referee Lewis saying, well, make sure you're in the right position.
It looks like Warren, the number 8.
So,
is it?
That's the player who's off for Awesome.
I'm trying to pick up the player. Now coming back.
Carmel Best drills this into the middle. There's Shade, and here comes Smart Brown. The flag stays down, and it's in the back of the net. 2-1. Mark Brown getting past the defense this time. A nice ball there. And he ran past the defender, wrapped his right foot around it, and absolutely no chance of goalkeeper forward. Bequia 2, Awesome 1.
Well, it was Enville who was down, but again, we see the quality there of Mark Brown. He's an experienced campaigner. He's a former national player, and he really showed his composure there and had Kelly beaten all ends up, and it was into the far corner, and Bequia has taken the lead once again.
So Awesome will have to come yet again. Here's Zeddy Millington, who equalized from the penalty spot, but his team is now 2-1 down, giving it up to what looks like Shade in the middle there to Brown, but it's cut out by the Grads. And there is Bequia with possession deep inside their own half on the right side. Into the middle now, finds what looks like Farrell. Farrell was searching there for his captain, but it's cut out by Awesome. Here's Enville now with possession. And tussle for possession. And picked up there by
Snag.
Oh, he was a little overweight today. He was too anxious.
I think he's over ambitious.
Way too anxious, looking to get his captain going. And giving it up. But danger not yet averted. Josh de Grads. Doing well, the Grads. But Bequia still has possession. Oliver floats it in now, looking for his captain. But there's the towering figure of the call. And Shade with a possible attempted cross. As a matter of fact, it's out of the facility. And the goal kick will result. So, Awesome. They're down yet again. 2-1 in favor of Bequia. And really and truly, 2 well-taken goals here tonight by Bequia, Charlo.
Definitely. 2 well-taken goals, and I think I will give it up to Mark Brown.
Certainly, as Shade was trying to keep this one in, but not a problem for the Bequia team because they have a throw-in on the far side. Throw is taken, looking there for Oliver. He's closely marked. Oliver loses possession. And the whistle going, I believe it's going to be a goal kick. So Josh the Grads leaving this one for Kelly. Boots it upfield now, searching ball, looking there for Enville, but good defensive work. Finds Farrell, and was looking to get Snack going. Ball now knocked forward, and let's see, Kamal Best just doing enough to ensure that it goes out of touch.
The experienced Kamal Best.
Yes.
Controlling that well.
So Sargent is going to take this turn for Bequia. They've looked a good unit tonight. This Bequia team had a good game. Was it against Liu, where they lost in the 90th minute? Quite unfortunate. But here's ball in the middle of the pitch, and Bequia, well, gets possession, but good work there by Marshall, getting the boot in, knocking it out of touch. And Bequia with a throw in to be taken by Sargent. Was looking there for Mark Brown, but nodded away, and Enville could not keep it in. Again, it's nodded away by Awesome.
Yannick Kane.
So needs to be everything, because Sargent now with a longer throw, and the wind took effect there, but he found Mark Brown, but unfortunately dispossessed. And here comes Millington now for Awesome now, giving it up to Enville on the right side. Can he get around the defend? Still with it. And in the end, losing possession, the whistle going. It's against Awesome, I believe. The player probably might have handled the ball in the process.
Well, I think Millington looks, I think the best I've seen him in the tournament so far.
So it is a free kick to Awesome FC. Sequin Zeddy Millington, number 19 on his back, poised to take this one. So let's see what he's going to make of this one. Millington floats it across the 18. It's nodded away, not quite, and in the end, out of touch.
And it's going to be a throw-in for Awesome. He was looking to find the header for one of Awesome player, Yannick Kane. Still with Awesome, back to Kane. Kane has two defenders to contend with. He's looking to get around them. He goes into touch. It's going to be another throw-in for Awesome FC. Kane now is looking for some support. He finds Marshall. Marshall being hustled. And still with Marshall, comes back in defense to DeGrads. Not doing pretty good work. DeGrads decides to go back to goalkeeper Kelly. Kelly now lays it off. And it's still Awesome looking to come forward. And that was Sam. And giving it up. And with a shot, this would go into touch. It's going to be a throw-in for Awesome FC. You can see Yannick Kane already running into position. Taken, finds DeGrads. DeGrad chips it down, looks for Millington, who brings it down on it from his chest. Looks to work his way in the middle. Goes across, finds Marshall. Marshall goes to wide, but give it up. Bequia. Shade, loses it. I think overpass. And DeGrads now pumps it across field, looking for the call on that far side. He finds Ode Cupid. Cupid still has Gideon Best to contend with. Cupid would come away with it. Cupid looked to work his way to the middle. Cross comes in and a tame shot to Ford. And there was Enville looking for the cross, but it was never to be. And it's Awesome with a shot. Cameron Davis gives it back to Enville. Enville with a shot off Sargent. And it will be picked up by the defense there for Bequia. But again, good interception by Awesome. It's really a give and take now on both teams. Chips it downfield, looking for that, but Ford would come off his line. He has no difficulty to control that. And the scoreline remains Bequia United 2, Awesome FC 1. Pumps downfield, finds Yannick Kane. Kane gets ahead to it, lays it off. Degrad's miss kick to Yannick Kane. Kane still with it. A nice walk there by Yannick Kane, but giving it up. Macquin Snag with a run, has one, has two, and he's been fouled by
That
Kane.
could be a yellow card.
A
Let's see what happens.
desperate attempt there by Yannick Kane.
Fortunate not to be carded.
Well, certainly. And
no, referee Lewis is
summoned him.
Yes.
Yes, I think the hand's going to the pocket.
Ah, there goes the card.
Yes, so Yannick Kane now picks up a yellow.
Meantime, there's another player on the ground. It looks like Snag is on the...
It looks like Macquin Snag.
Yes. He was tackled from behind by...
Yannick Kane.
Yes. No. Referee Lewis is going over to have a look.
Let's just ask him if he wants to go to the side or he wants to stay. And so he's back on his feet. He's bending over. And Kamal Bess seems to be free kick specialist for Bequia United. And this can be dangerous.
Well, they're up by 2-1.
So, Bess, number 11, steps up, swirling ball, and over the uprights. And it's going to be a goal kick. But the attempt was a good one.
Yeah, not a bad effort from Kamal Bess. He was looking for that top right-hand corner. Got over the wall, but the elevation was just a little too much, and it went over the crossbar.
So Degrads lays it off to Kane. Kane goes back to Degrads. Degrads goes back to his goalkeeper, Kelly. Kelly now pumps it downfield, looking for some support. Enville has a run. He goes wrong. He still gets one. He looked to get a wrong one. He has two, but Kamal Bess has already returned and now lays it off. Comes downfield. It's with Macquin Snag. Goes across field. But Sam not picking up, but Dickall is there to clean it up off the defender. And it's Kelly who came off his line very decisively and collects. And he just bounces it, trying to bide a few seconds. Then he pumps it downfield. And there is Sargent. So it's Bequia still with it. Nice ball, but cut out by Yannick Kane. Marshall lays it off to Enville. A little bit too much on it. Enville beaten by that. It goes into touch. It's going to be a throw-in for Bequia United. So Bequia leading 2-1. As we have company inside our commentary box. And
four-legged company.
Well, you're well protected. Certainly, we are in the... It's Seti Millington who lays it off for Yowadane, but cleared by the defense there for Bequia United. Yannick Kane picks it up for Awesome, goes back to Degrads, who knocks it downfield, finds Millington, nice ball, looking for Enville, but Kamal Best is there and lays it off. Back to Degrads. Degrads to Millington. Millington finds Marshall. Back to Millington as he dances around. Goes across field. Mark Brown is there, but this one is pumped across field to be tidied up by Yannick Kane. Kane goes back to his goalkeeper in Clinton Kelly. And Kelly now pumps it downfield, but Shade heads it back upfield. Decall is there for Awesome. Gives it off. It looks like Ode Cupid. Cupid has one to contend with. There's that tussle still with Cupid. Down he goes. Referee says it's against Cupid. And it's going to be a free kick.
It is a free kick, yes.
For Bequia United. The number 3 in John Miller is there, but he leaves it for Kamal Bess. Long ball. Looking for Mark Brown. Mark Brown looking to run onto that with a shot, but good work there by Kelly. and Kelly denies him.
Well, I think,
And you can see from the body languages, he's saying, you have to come through me.
yeah, but I think Brong was a little selfish there because he had a player in the middle who was all alone and certainly should have knocked it into the middle, and things might have very well been different for Bequia.
So Bequia United still with it, pumps it downfield. The grads goes, he goes up, but in this time pumped down by Sam. Sam and Ford would come off his line. He will collect. We are in the 69th minute with Bequia United leading this encounter 2-1. Awesome would want to equalize. They are out of some of their key players. So that's headed into touch. It's going to be a throw-in for Bequia. Mark Brown is there. He's been hustled. Cross comes in. Nice ball. Finds Bradley Farrell. Farrell
Trying
has
to do
one
too
looking.
much.
Yes, looking to do too much. And Cade would come away with it. A lot of screaming. And he lays it off for Enville. And that one being knocked into touch by Sargent. And it's going to be a throw-in for Awesome FC. But just was during the break, we know that Smart was taken away for the attention.
Yes.
I was just informed that Small has steel in his legs as well. He had a broken leg some time ago.
Wow.
And so hoping that all is well. And I think so too. You have Fernandez, who has a groin injury. There is Graves, who is injured. I think there's also another key player who has Josiah Cambridge. I think he has gone to Trinidad. He was very good in defense. Kareem Williams, I think he would be leaving sometime next week so to pick up some contract in Anguilla to play with a team there. So they're out of a few key players.
Awesome, that is.
That's Awesome FC.
All right.
So this is it, Macquin Stag, but he's caught in an offside position. The flag went up very, very early. Mark Brown with his hands wide outstretched as if trying to question the assistant referee. But he's in the perfect position as Ode Cupid comes in. Kareem Davis looking to come forward. Nice ball for Enville. I think he held on a little too long and
way too long
to come back in it. He goes down. Referee says to play on, and it's Bequia United, and it's been knocked into touch. It's going to be a throw-in for Awesome FC, but certainly Enville should have done better.
Certainly, he had the time, the space, but there's going to be a substitution. It looks as if Awesome.
Sam goes off.
Right.
And on would come number 8 in Antoine, Jaffel Antoine. The cross come back to Kane with a long ball. Ode Cupid on the far side. He has one to contend with. He crosses it, looks for Kareem Davis. Davis was looking to go back to Ode Cupid, but he's been knocked into touch by Bequia, and it's going to be a throw-in for Awesome FC. And you can see Kendall Mercury, the referee, very animated on that far side.
Certainly the coach.
Yes. Bequia on the counter, look to come forward. And it's good work there by the defense. It's looks like Marshall, Yannick. Kane picks it up. He's looking for Enville. Enville knocks it into the path of Zeddy Millington. He was looking for Enville, but Enville was already turning in the opposite direction. And off the defense, it comes right back. In fact, it's a free kick because it's a free kick because Zeddy Millington was fouled in the process. So a free kick awarded, and Macquin Stag wanted to question the referee, and the referee just showing his dominance. So Ode Cupid on the far side comes back.
Antoine.
To touch, loses it. It goes into touch. It's going to be a throw-in for Awesome. So Bequia 2, Awesome FC 1. Long ball. And the long legs of Kamal Bess to Zeddy Militant. Still the call to Antoine, losing it. And Bequia will now look to counter. Looking for some support is Macquarie Snag. Looking for Farrell. Farrell has it. He has a long run. Gets there. Comes back to Snag. But DeGrasse is there to thwart the efforts. And it's sealed by Bradley Farrell. Macquarie Snag still with it. He goes right. Lays it off to the defender. And easy ball into the waiting hands of Kelly. And Kelly now puts it downfield. Fell in the process. And Yannick Kane is still there. Chips it downfield. Kane finds Marshall, who been, in fact, he finds
Giordani.
Giordani was knocked off, bundled off it. Going down. And we can see the Bequia United player. He's writing in pain.
Right in front of us. Looks as if it's Sargent.
Holding the midsection.
Yes.
So perhaps that collision, you can hear the groan. And looking at his face, you can see the agony.
Yep. Well, right in front of us there, and there's no movement. Now we see the physio coming in for Bequia to give some attention to
Just doing a bit of flexing, trying to
Sargent.
ease that pain. As he's still grimacing. As Pollard makes his way out. Very uncomfortable moment.
So the physio is in. That's Rex Pollard. Giving some attention there to Sargent. He gets up now. He's in a lot of pain there as he limps away.
He's been helped off, so he's now trying to get some water.
So Marshall is going to take this free kick, of course, for
Taking some cold water, trying to ease the pain, trying to numb the pain.
Marshall drills this one across the top of the 18, and it's Millington who picks it up, takes a shot, but it's into the waiting arms of goalkeeper Ford, and he's going to now boot it downfield. Don't know if you're picking it up in our microphones, but Rex, the physio, Pollard, giving some word of advice there to Sargent, who's back on the field as play continues in the middle. Here's Zeddy Millington with possession now for Awesome, and knocks it into the path of, well, still has it as a matter of fact, Millington, and looks for and finds, well, no, bundled to the ground there is Yannick Kane, whistle going, and looks as if it's against Kane.
It's Ode Cupid who went down. And you see Kamal Bess, it'll be rather belatedly also went down.
Well, both players clashed into each other.
Cupid
So,
just flexing. He's back on his feet.
yeah,
So too is Kamal Bess.
but he's
who
still,
limps away
yeah, he's
rather badly.
bit of a limp there for Kamal Bess. But
He's still. You see that he wanted to take that free kick still.
here's Oliver on the, no, that's Snag. With possession finds Farrell, who has some space, but he's now apart, lays it off back to Snag. But the Grads is there for Awesome. Going back to his goalkeeper Kelly. Certainly can't pick this one up, Kelly. Boots it upfield. Out of touch it is into our commentary position. And for the second time I'm being involved in the game, Charlo.
A perfect substitute.
There's Snag. A bit of a battle there with Antoine, whistle going, and Antoine would have fouled Snag in the process. So it's a free kick now to Bequia. in this the 79th minute. They're leading by 2-1. Of course, goal in the 34th minute. Out the boot of McQuinn Snag. And then, of course, their captain giving the go-ahead goal after that, equalizing in the 46th minute from Zeddy Millington. So Kamal Bess, well, he leaves it as a matter of fact for Sargent and goes into the middle. Let's see what Sargent will do with this one. And Sargent, that was a bit of a miss kick.
Disappointed
Yes. Antoine picks it up now, finds Millington for Awesome. They'll try to build on the right side. Ball knocked into the middle. It's with Davis. Finds Enville, who switched from left to right. To Davis. And in the end, there's just too many yellow shirts there, but it comes back out nicely there for Antoine. Gets past 1-2, but couldn't get around the third. And knocked away by Sargent. Looking for his captain there, that's Brown. Gets around Marshall, but he'll have to wait a little while because it's now he was waiting for Snack to get into that 18-yard box. And in the end, fouling in the process. Quickly taken free kick there by Awesome. Looking there for Millington. Millington knocks it forward. Goalkeeper Ford is off his line, but Kamal Bess is there to clean things up. In defense of Bequia. Looks for and finds what looks like Gideon Bess. To Mark Brown, his captain. Through the middle there now to Oliver, but he's offside. And flag was quickly up.
Very quickly up.
So,
I think the pace is picking up.
without a doubt. And one thing with this Bequia team, they're very fit, of course. And as I mentioned early on, they certainly have the pace. Awesome. The likes of Kane on this right side has been doing a lot of work. So too is they call the grads. Has been called into it. And they've done fairly well thus far. It's a sort of an evenly contested game, but you got to give kudos to Bequia.
Yes, they're leading. And they have two wonderful goals. And definitely some time being taken up. We will have a few minutes of added time, and we'll have to wait for that.
See.
It's Mark Brown.
Yeah, a player there for, is it Brown?
Yes, Mark Brown. He's been helped to the sideline by two of his colleagues, and looks a lot more serious than we thought. And now he goes down, so he'll get some assistance on the sideline.
So meantime, we're just awaiting the restart of this one. Drilled upfield by Kelly. Nodded away by the defense of Bequia. Picked up there by Snag. Scored the first goal for Bequia here tonight. Nicely taken goal. But it's going to be a free kick, it looks like, in favor of Bequia.
Yes.
Referee Elron Lewis just having a bit of a word there.
And Jeffel Antoine.
Yes. So let's see who's going to take this free kick for Bequia. Knocks it short there to Snag. Was looking for Shade, but really and truly too much ahead of Shade. And through now taken there, finding goalkeeper Kelly. Kelly. All upfield searching balls, looking there for Iwadane. And that certainly is going to elude
Sergeant
Cameron
knocked
Davis.
it into touch.
Yes. Josh DeGrads finds Yannick Kane. So Awesome with possession deep inside their own half. Now it's knocked forward and out of touch off the boot of a Bequia player. Another throw-in taken there by Zeddy Millington. This one is in the 18-yard box, and Iwadane was looking to get something onto it, but goalkeeper Ford read it and came off his line very quickly, collecting and booting it upfield now. Mark Brown is back on the pitch, and has possession. Looks quite comfortable, Brown. Goes
Yes.
into the path of Shade. Shade is looking there for Oliver, but just too much on that one. And easy in the end there for goalkeeper Kelly. 6 more minutes to go in this one plus added time. Final game of the night. Iwadane leaves it and gets the return ball. This could be a bit of a problem, and in the end, go to work there by goalkeeper Ford. So remains on the ground, Iwadane.
I think he's more disappointed than anything else.
And let's see as he now makes his way up, and you might very well be correct, Charlo. He is very quickly up.
Yes.
So just awaiting the restart. Bounce ball there by referee Lewis. And goalkeeper Ford now rolls it out to Sargent, who's been in the wars here tonight. He's had a good game on this left side for Bequia. Long one upfield and somewhat into no man's land as goalkeeper Kelly just comes around and knocks it into the path of Josh DeGrads. DeGrads looking at his options. Decides to go down through the middle. Nodded away by the towering figure of Kamal Bess. Picks up Millington for Awesome. And, well, still with Awesome. Millington looks for. That's Keane. And Keane has had a good game also tonight.
He's a busybody.
Yes, certainly. Millington back to Kane. Nice ball there by Millington. And let's see. Kane has a defender with him. Can he get around? Yes, he does, but couldn't go past Farrell. And in the end, looks as if it's going to be. Is it a corner kick or is it a.
It's a goal kick.
Yes, it is a goal kick. As the wind picks up once again.
That rush of wind.
We see some attention being given to one of the Bequia players. It looks as if it's Oliver who's assisting Snag. And
he's being pulled to his feet.
Yes. So we rate this goal kick in this the 86th minute. 2-1 in favor of Bequia. Sargent to Farrell to Oliver. Was looking there for Mark Brown, but Brown was asking him, well, certainly can't be me you're looking for. And Awesome will now come away through Marshall, but he gives it away to Shade. Shade lost possession there. And here is the call on the left side. Cross comes in, Iwadane is there, but it's too far ahead of him. And let's see if he can keep this one, and he does. Finds Kane, floats it in, and
I think a little too much on that.
Definitely. Millington with a shot there, but blocked by Miller in defense, and that was out of touch for a throw into Awesome. And yet again, we see another player for Bequia who's down.
It looks like Shade on that far side.
He's back up. It is Shade. Oliver now looking there for, looks like Snag, but he's outmarked, and ball goes right back there to goalkeeper Kelly. Can't pick it up, Kelly, but pushes it to his right there to Antoine. Gets around Farrell. Antoine knocks it forward, searching ball, but can only find Ford.
A little too much on it.
Certainly. And Ford just beckons his players to move forward. Long one downfield. Mark Brown is going to get there. Let's see. Closely marked, and in the end, we're still going.
And the offside flag was up.
Yes. So Josh DeGrads, as a matter of fact, well, they come too much forward, stealing a lot of yards there. Awesome. And referee Lewis will have none of it. DeGrads leaves it now for his goalkeeper Kelly. 18-90 minute. Ball upfield now, and off the back of Zeddy Millington. I don't think he realized exactly where that ball was. And Bequia with possession now through Oliver. Shade into the path of Snag. Snag with a was looking for Farrell. Might very well get him, yes. Farrell robbed of it there, and in the end, it's off the boot of Sargent. It's going to be a throw-in for Awesome. Taken there by Yannick Keane. Finds Josh DeGrads. And this is the 18-19 minute. Here's Antoine. And in the end, a bit of sloppy work there by Kamal Bess. Could have done a little better. So Keane with the train yet again. Finds, well, intercepted there by Oliver. And in the end, another train to
Awesome.
To Awesome. So
see the photo official on the far side having a look at her watch. And just wait to see how many minutes of added time.
As Kane prepares to take this throw in. Iodane turns nicely, gets the cross in Iodane. And a little overweighted in the end. Millington is closely marked, but still has possession. And in the end, whistle going, it's against, looks like the call, and 7 minutes.
7 minutes of added time.
7 minutes of added time.
It's a lot of time, Eddie.
Yes. Well, of course, you had the situation where a couple players here were injured, and a lot of time lost. Smart was in the first half.
Oh yes, Smart was in the first half.
But we certainly had a lot of time lost in this second half. Long ball downfield. But Antoine is going to get there first. As a matter of fact, he leaves it for Marshall. Picks it up now, Antoine. Still with Antoine. And in the end, robbed of it by Mark Brown. Looking to do too much. Mark Brown now with possession for Bequia. And both players in terms of Antoine and Brown guilty of holding on to this ball for too long. It's with Awesome nonetheless. Back to Antoine. And searching ball through the middle. Good work there by goalkeeper Ford. As he came off his line very quickly indeed and ensured that he got boot onto ball. Getting it out of the way of danger. Millington now with possession for Awesome. Going right back to his goalkeeper Kelly. Kelly. Searching ball upfield now. Enville is there, but it's going to be easy work for goalkeeper Ford. Certainly going to take his time. After all, there's a 2-1 advantage in favor of Bequia. Goals from Snag, who's trying to get possession here. Closely marked by Antoine.
Yeah, a bit of pushing as well.
Yes. And it goes back there to Shade. Shade was looking there for his captain in Brown, but not well directed. Ball comes out nonetheless there to Iodane. Nice curling ball in the middle there now, looking for Enville. Enville has two defenders with him, in Miller and Sargent. Gets, well, in the end, it was easy work there for Ford.
I think Iodane fell in the process, and hence the direction. I was looking to get it back to Enville, but in the end, way off.
And, well, Farrell now is going to pick this one up for Bequia. Puts it into the middle, but can only find Antoine. And he knocked it upfield. But there is, looks like Gideon Bess knocking it out of touch. And throw in once again to Awesome to be taken by, looks like Antoine over there.
Said Millington.
It's actually Millington. So battle for possession there now with Bequia. And the Sergeant is going to pick it up as Farrell ahead of him. And this could, what a bad pass, of course.
Not to show what he was doing.
And Brown is totally annoyed at Farrell there. Because all he had to do was just to put it in his path. That's all that was needed. Getting the wrong Kane in the process, but that didn't happen. Here's Awesome now. The call in the middle. Knocks it forward. Iodane by himself with space. And cuts into the middle now. Nice little ball through the center there, but is well read by goalkeeper Ford. And Iodane, he's looked good up front.
Yes.
For Awesome. This one is booted away. And looks like
That's Peniston.
Peniston, yes, for Bequia. Peniston twisting and turning, finds what looks like Key. That's Snaga. Couldn't keep it in, Snaga. And the throw in now to Awesome. To be taken by the diminutive Antoine, finds Millington, knocks it back to Antoine. And finds his keeper, Kelly. Who's had a fairly good night, but two well-taken goals, of course, from this Bequia team. The latter from Mark Brown was a scorcher to his right. He had absolutely no chance. So it's a throw into Awesome there on the far side. 7 minutes at a time. We're into the 5th minute of added time. And actually now competing with the wind, Charlo, once again.
As it has picked up.
Millington with a throw in for Awesome. But giving it up, and Snag finds Mark Brown. Brown, the first touch was not the best. Had he controlled that one, just had the lone defender to deal with. One never knows, but this is Awesome giving it away. And here's Farrell finding Oliver. Turning quickly, goes to his right. Snag is over there with possession now. And long searching ball, but this is only going to find the gloves of the goalkeeper. And Awesome will now come away with it. Marshall was looking there for the call, but Sargent got there first, but could only put it into the path of Keane, who knocks it upfield. Finds Enville. Enville looking to get on Kamal Best, but he'll have none of it. And boots it away. Out of touch.
Best has really done yeoman work in the defense for Bequia United.
Might very well be the man of the match.
Well, one would want to think so. I certainly have my support in that.
So, replacement ball is in, as that one, as I said, went out of the Brighton Technical Center. Throw taken now there, finds the call. Back to Keane. There is the Grads, who's come up out of the defense. And Mark Brown now has two defenders. Whistle going to signal. It is the full 90 here tonight. And say 6 minutes. I don't know why Elron Lewis would have not allowed it to go into the 7th. But it's full time nonetheless. Victory to Bequia United, 2-1. And a deserving victory, Charlo.
It's certainly a deserving victory for Bequia United. They have taken 2 good shots on goal, and Clinton Kelly, he was beaten, and Bequia coming away with a 2-1 victory. But I must say, Kamal Best would have a lot to do with it. He really defended the stoutly and did not allow the forwards for Avenues United to really, for Awesome to really get some good shots on goal.
So we're going to have a word with the player of the match, and then we'll wrap things up here tonight. Well, we're here with the player of the match, Kamal Best. Congratulations to you. And a hard-working night for you in defense. A victory for your team tonight. How do you feel?
Feel real good, real good. For getting a nice start again, for go forward, and push a little hard again for next team.
Well, it's been one of those tournaments where a bit up and down for Bequia, but of course going forward, this might very well give your team some sort of energy.
Yeah, for give a little more courage now because we have fixed a couple of mistakes. So you don't see what's going on already. We're going hard again next rounds.
Well, all the best in going forward.
Yeah, thanks.
Very well. So that's Kamal Best indeed, our player of this match, the final match for tonight, a 2-1 victory for Bequia. This is where we wrap things up, and certainly got to say thanks to the full production team. Alonzo Beck Stevens, thank you ever so much. The brother Radical, of course, on camera. We had the brother Warren, Joseph Warren, early on camera. And of course, on behalf of Charlo, fellow commentator, and Roger Gurley, I'm Anthony Denny, wishing you all the best. I think we're going to be back on Tuesday night with more football here from the Brighton Technical Center.